Oh, this is horrible. This lighting's horrible. Don't I do this every week? Oh, whoa. Hi, Fairy. Hi, Angie. I was trying to fix this light, y'all, because it was a mess. Again, once again. There we go. It'll have to be busted lip and all, y'all. Busted lip and all. It's not really busted. I had a fever blister. That's right. I haven't kissed Lee in a few days. I'm feeling that. So I've been hi constantly. Oh, thank you. Oh, you can't see the tree. This is my Donate Life tree. Um, I'm off in a little bit to get some blue and green bulbs, like the Donate Life colors right there. Um, Other than that, um, I've been putting up Christmas decorations all day and yesterday. I'm about done. I got the bathroom to do. I have a Grinch bathroom. A lot of cool Grinch stuff. I just got to do the bathroom. I'll do it tomorrow. No, I'm not. Very early in the morning. Um, how are you feeling? I'm feeling some stuff heavy in my chest all day and throat a bit closed, feels tight. I have an annoying cough. I feel all right. I'm tired today. I was clearly fighting some type of infection, right? Because my I got a fever blister, and I would say Lee popped me in my lip, but y'all wouldn't believe me because it's not true. But sounds more like something I would do, but I haven't. I shouldn't, and I won't. My chest feels a little tight, but not too awful bad. I hope you get to feeling better, dear. Dina. Um, Watching you on my lunch break. Oh, lunch break. Fun times. Um, I have good news. Hang on, let's see. I have one that just healed on the right side. Oh, okay. Love the Grinch. I have footage jamming of the Grinch. I love the Grinch. He's so cute. Um, it's got butt flaps. That's adorable. My twin flame is 8 years younger than me, and people make me feel weird about it, calling me cougar and stuff. Then it makes me feel like I have compete with ladies younger than me. Well, Hark. Um, First of all, who cares what anybody else thinks about you? Really? Um, you gotta let that go. I would suggest letting it go as soon as possible. Um, I cared way too much about what other people thought. Let me clarify. Mostly my family, biological family, on my mother's side. Um, yeah. Um, Judgmental, very judgmental. Has something to say about everything. So um, let's not worry about what other people say and start focusing on how you feel. That's important. How you feel, nobody else can feel that except maybe one other. Um, so yeah, um, don't worry about anybody else. Just do you, girl. Just do you. Yeah, we need to. Hi, Kiki. Um, you know, worrying about what other people think or saving face. I've heard it called. Um, just trying to make yourself what comply with everybody else. I did that for so long, and then I almost died. And then I had to make a list of the things that I regret. And I did that. And it was a big list. It was a very big list. So I didn't die. And now I have a bucket list. But one of those things was I worried, I regretted worried about what other people thought of me. Um, I learned I need to do me, be who I am, who I really am, my authentic self, me, and find the people that accept me and accept who I am and accept my energy and accept all my quirks and accept my blue hair and my tattoos and the little herp I got going on here and all these things, right? Um, Even accept me for who I used to be, who I'm gonna be, right? Um, yeah, my biological family just didn't accept me, and I found a soul tribe that does. Um, and 8 years ain't that bad, girl. 8 years, whatever, whatever. My twin is black, and we are overcoming that. Plus, I'm poor and he's rich, and I could care less what they think, but it's something that I struggle with at first. I get it. Biracial marriage, I get it. Um, I've had a lot of hate thrown my way. I really have. Um, I really didn't think that I would ever experience what that felt like, but I did, and I do sometimes. Um, it's hard. Sometimes it really is. Um, um, I get a lot of, I get a lot of, I get a lot of hate. Um, One particular incident I can remember being in a restaurant, and I walked past a table, and there was four ladies sitting there, and one of them happened to say, "She's girls like her are the reason that all the black men are gone." I was like, "What? Where did they go?" Uh, I don't know. Anyway, it was an odd experience, but it felt weird. Didn't feel right. Felt icky. Um, it's a lot. Constantly. You know what? It is what it is. You're connected. What are they gonna do about it? I am feeling well. Hi, Sarah. I am feeling pretty good today. Oh, my blue hair. I can't change it now, right? Like, is it old people blue, or is it hippie blue, or is it what is it? Let's label it. What is it? Is it? I don't know. Remember when we were little and we used to say the blue hairs go to the restaurant? That's me. That's me. From a poor family, and he is rich family. But oddly enough, I'm successful in life, and he isn't. But I still worry about meeting his family when it comes time. Yeah, that's a struggle, man. But um, communication. You got to keep that open communication, both of you, because finances can really get in the way, y'all. They really can. So make sure you're open and honest with each other. That's important. Yeah, Shannon, they were jealous. They were jealous. That's how I walked out, just shaking my head, like, oh man. How did you hold space for Lee when his mother passed away? Did you feel the need to give him space? My father recently passed, and my twin did see me the day it happened, but has not really been there. Oh, well, Starseed, I felt it happen, so I waited for him to call, and when he did, and he was crying, and I said, "What's wrong?" And he said, "She's gone." And I said, I know. Um, I talked to him for about 20 minutes and I left it. I said, call me if you need me, right? I don't want to, let's face it, he was still finishing up things, right? Um, he was still finishing up things. He had already moved away from the girl he was living with. Um, he was already living with his brother and had been for a year, I think. And so, but I knew that his wife at the time, although they hadn't been together in 15 years or 20 years, um, was going to be there. I was new and I didn't really want to, you know, be around all that at that point. I knew that I was connected to him and I wanted to be there for him. But I also didn't want to say anything to him like, hey, if you know, can I come over? Can I didn't do that because I didn't want to put him in an awkward space of trying to explain to his brother, his sister, his aunts, his uncles, his dad, all these people who I was at that point in time. Um, so I kind of I stepped back. I held the space for him to call me if he needed me. He called me um, quite often, sometimes all day, every day we talked. But I never called him. Um, I did not tell him I was coming to his mother's service because I didn't want him to have to prepare for introductions to people because I wasn't planning on doing that. I did exactly what I planned to do. I had two root canals that day, by the way, two root canals the day of his mother's service. And I didn't think that I was going to feel like going, but Spirit was really pulling me to go. And I did go. I came in on purpose a tad late so I could come in, sit in the back, the very back. That's where I sat, the very back row, close to the door. Um, he saw me. I knew he saw me. We made eye contact, and he got up and spoke. I cried. Um, it was it was beautiful. It was a beautiful service. As they were winding down and they were praying, I snuck out in the middle of the prayer. Um, I got out, got in my car, and rolled out of there because I didn't want him to come out in the parking lot and be like, "Hey, hey, hey," you know what I mean? I didn't want to put him in a weird space. So that's what I did, and it wasn't hard. It was very easy because we had a lot of communication. Um, but I did not contact him. I did not call or text him. I held the space for him to um, come to me when he needed to. Um, and I get it. My father died when I was 25, and I had a very unsupportive husband at the time. And as a matter of fact, I believe we were separated because I caught him cheating. So we were pretty on the outs in 1995. We didn't get divorced till 2001. But yeah, so just let him being in his way of being there for you. And if you don't feel like, or you feel like you need a little bit more from him, communicate that with him. Tell him what you need. And maybe he's just waiting for you to tell him what you need. Um, very true. Constantly, love is love. It doesn't see age, gender, race, or anything. It's true. Yep, from a poor family, and this is a rich family. But oddly enough, I'm okay. I already read that. How did you hold space? Get that. I love him, and that's what matters. That's it. When things go quiet after you've reached out and they ignore you, how do you respond when they come back around? Do you ignore them too out of self-respect, or still be loving? When I came across that, it kind of depended on the moment. When I sort of realized that, hey, I'm not a priority in this guy's life, right? Um, yeah, not a priority. So I do want to have communication with him, but I know I'm not a priority. So I wasn't making him a priority either. However, um, it depended on the situation. If I was out with my kids and they were arguing and fighting, you know how kids are. I had two teenage girls and a 9-year-old girl. It was a hot mess. But they're arguing and screaming and yelling, and um, I just didn't. I lost the question. Oh, so when he got quiet, right? When he did find the time, ironically, and it was switched in our situation because I had two teenagers and a 9-year-old, and the two teenagers were constantly fighting. Um, I was always losing I still lose my phone. I'm always losing my phone. And I would go finally after 5 or 6 hours go look for my phone, find it in the truck in between the seats or something. And that happened a lot. So he felt like I was sort of ignoring him. And then when I would text him back and be like, I'm so sorry, my phone's been lost or I haven't checked my phone. um, he he would seemingly get upset a little bit. But you know what? If I had my phone on me and he called and the kids were calm and things were okay and it wasn't total chaos, I would answer the phone. And I wouldn't say anything like, I don't know where you've been, right? I was still loving to him. I hope you're doing well. I'm okay. I've been busy. Um, be loving, but you don't have to be in a hurry you don't have to be in a hurry to respond if they're not in a hurry to respond. Just find the respect boundary of, yeah, i'm not gonna I'm not gonna make you a priority if you're not making me a priority. Always choose to be chosen. That's always the thing. Choose me. Choose me. And that's when I choose you, and that's when we choose each other. But if you're not choosing me, it's hard for me to choose you. Let's see. Isn't still being there after being ignored, not respecting yourself. not Not really, because there were times when I would be like, "Yeah, I'm carrying bags in, or I'm getting ready to pull into the grocery store, or I'm just sitting here, just watching, who knows, the news or something, and I just want to be in that space, and I would just let it ring or go to voicemail, or not answer the text for a while." So it depended on what space I was. I respected myself enough to not make him a priority when he wasn't making me a priority. That sound right? Yeah. He and I are exclusive with each other, but he has times where he disappears for a week, and I'm not sure if I should just hold space or treat him the same way. Usually it means he's going through something bad, but I feel disrespected at the same time sometimes. You've got to communicate that to him, Hark. You've got to say, "Hey, we're exclusive, right? And I should know where you're at. I want to know that you're okay. I want to know that you're safe, right? At least, if you got to go to the Bahamas to find yourself, you can go to the Bahamas and find yourself, but at least communicate with me and say, hey, I'm going off for a week to be by myself. Or, you know what I mean? At least let me know that you're okay is a big thing. You know, it's important. It's important. Let him know how you feel. If you feel disrespected, you got to tell him. You can't hold that in. You can't hold that in and get him later with it. Well, you disrespected me with this, and all this, and pull out Santa's list with all the, things, because I do that. I do that. I keep a scroll, right? And I keep a file. I open up the file cabinet and dump it on him, and about 2 days later, he's going, I did all that. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't remember. I just dumped it. Um, but yeah, I just got to be honest with him, Heart. Please be honest with him. Tell him how you feel. It's important. Be vulnerable with him. I communicated my needs to him. At first, he said he didn't have the capacity since he's been going through a lot. Then he came back and apologized for not being there, but nothing has changed. Um, and you know what? He may very well be fool. I don't know. Um, there's a fine line there on when it comes to connection, right? I mean, to me, honestly, and this is my opinion. Don't throw tomatoes, please. Um, in a connection like this, in this type of connection, um, asking for space, in my opinion, is asking for Lee to come into me more. Um, you know, there's, we were just talking to somebody earlier and saying that their twin was asking for space. And there's a band we listen to a lot called Ballyhoo. Um, and the lead singer and his brother's a drummer. Howie lead sings for the band. And anyway, he wrote a song, and in one of those songs, to me, wherever he's at, I leave him there. I leave him in that space physically, right? In that space. However, he's never alone. And you can just be in the next room. You don't have to be gone. You can be in the next room. You can be a block away, 2 blocks. It doesn't matter. We want to be left alone, but we don't want to be by ourselves, right? Do you guys get that? That's kind of deep, right? There are a lot of times I want to be alone, but I don't want to be by myself when I'm alone. I want to know that Lee's in the vicinity. I want to know that he's here. It may be 5 or 6 hours. I might need to just nap or chill or carve his name into a doll, or I don't know. You know what I mean? Whatever I need to do. If I just need to go into meditation, if I just need to figure something out, and I'm like, I just need some space. I just need some space. We sort of use those lyrics knowing that I'm not going to leave you alone. I'm not going to leave you by yourself, but I'm going to leave you alone. Right? Um, I hope you guys get that. I've communicated it, and he's tried to communicate better, but sometimes he just doesn't feel, or he just doesn't. He just tends to have a lot of pride and won't let people know he's suffering. Um, Hark, I can help you with that. And that's a vulnerability thing. And the more you're vulnerable with him, the more he'll be vulnerable with you. And by vulnerable, I mean talking to him about the hard things, talking to him about the hurtful places, talking to him about where your pain is at, um, and what it's from, those types of things. Um, Letting him know and communicating that he can be vulnerable with you, that you want to get to a space where you're both so engulfed, not physically and in human way, but your souls are so intertwined, um, that, and I know because I'm telling you what, it happened to a friend of ours. This guy was so stoic and so hard. And he's a farmer, and he's a he's just a manly man, right? And man, his marriage was falling apart. These are some friends of ours. And Lee talked to him about vulnerability, but nevertheless, a couple years ago, nevertheless, the mushiness is unnecessary. I keep telling them all the time. They're mushy, mushy, mushy. Um, he called us crying the other day, just bawling, just thanking us that he's able to express to his partner how he feels and be accepted for it. It's a big thing. Um, Being vulnerable with him will really open him up to be vulnerable with you. He'll feel safe. My twin and I video chat 24/7, even if we're asleep on the phone. However, he says, is it ready for a relationship? What am I doing to create this? Am I the afraid of commitment? Am I the one afraid of commitment? How far do you live apart? I'm curious about that. I'm curious about what the distance is. My twin and I video. Okay. Yeah, Hark. I'm telling you. I've seen it happen before my eyes, and it's beautiful. Asking little subtle questions and don't make it a big deal, right? I don't know, when he scrapes his teeth against the fork. Did your mom do that or did your dad do that? What? Scrape your teeth against the fork. Why do you not want me? Does it bother you? No, it doesn't bother me. I'm just curious. I'm wondering if you got that from your mom or your dad. I want to know more about you. When Lee says things like, I want to know more about you, I want to know everything about you. That makes me stop and be like, wow. Now I want to tell you everything about me, right? Tell him little things. Little things. I want to know everything about you. I want to know more about you. I want our relationship to go deeper. I want to know how you're feeling without even asking. I want to feel you all the time. I just want to be in your energy all the time. I don't have to be in your presence. I just want to be in your energy. Um, Little things like that. Little things like that laugh is so contagious. Do you think your mom laughed like that, or did your dad laugh like that, or was it your grandparents, or where do you think you got your laugh from? Where'd you get your smile? Whose eyes were blue? Was it your mom's or your dad? Those types of things. Hawaii and Missouri. That's a minute. That's a minute. That makes sense. Okay. Um, you know, I don't I'm I'm trying, let me go back up to this question. Um, we even sleep on the phone. However, he's not ready for a relationship. I don't um staying on the phone with him 24/7 and he knows what you're doing all the time, right? Um, there's a sense Lee and I are together 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. But you know what? He's upstairs right now and I'm downstairs. So, and we've been doing that all day. Like I've been down here throwing the Christmas stuff up and he's been upstairs working, but um it's you got to miss each other sometime, right? I would suggest cutting that video chat down some. Make him want to be in your presence, in your energy, in your person, right? May create that energy, create that instead of I'm here on video. We have no reason to be together. If you don't want a relationship, we'll just do this. Cutting that video chat down a bunch will sure make him realize that maybe he wants to see you. Let's do that. Let's do that. I used to ask if he was okay when he goes silent, but he nicely asked me not to ask him that anymore. All right. Just say, something like, I'm just going to assume that I don't like to assume things. I just want to know that you're okay. That's all. Hey, asking him if he's okay. I get that completely. Try it another way. Try it another way. How are you feeling? Hey, stop. We're over here having an ear licking contest. I don't like. We've got 3 dogs, and I've got one licking the other's ear, and that one licking the other's ear. Oh. What that means, okay. I've tried cutting him off because I'm trying not to sacrifice. but he's my best friend and it's hard, but I hear you and I have to love me more and I love him. Um, Constantly have to come off of the codependency a little bit, right? Just a little bit at first. But right now you're codependent on each other and your presence over the device, right? Um, Stop. If you know, um, I don't know if I could do it. I don't know. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. And I would start finding fault being, you know what I mean? We're in the same house, but we're in different rooms. I would find fault. I know I would, because that's what I do. I'm a Gemini. I do that. In everything he did. Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Are you going to finish watching this movie with me? Or are you going to fall asleep on the phone again? Like, where is you've got to establish a life, girl. You got to get out there. You got to do things for you. You got to do you. He's in Hawaii, and you can't take him everywhere you go. I mean, you can, but you shouldn't, right? There's places I don't take Lee. Lee, I was just talking in session with him not yesterday, like an hour ago. Um, like we were just talking about this. I have never invited Lee into my meditation space. Never. And I won't. That's my I mean, there are other times when we can meditate together and do, you know, spiritual things together. However, my meditation space is my meditation space and it's where I connect with spirit. And I'll go into the closet or I'll go into the bathroom and shut the door. I find a personal space for me, right? Um, we're together 24 hours, but we're not together, right? Different floors. I'll run to the store. He'll run here. I mean, we do different things. We do the majority of things together, but we do different things. Um, but you've gotta just taper it back some until you know what I mean. You're noticing a difference. Hi, Sharon. I haven't heard from him in a little over a week, so I'm assuming he's going through something. Just hold space for him. Yes. Yes. Don't text him anymore. Don't call him. Let him come to you. That'll show him that you know how to hold the space for him. I just fight myself on ignoring him when he finally does reply or be caring. Ego talking. I know. Girl, look. There were many times I looked at the phone and I was like, okay, all right, stop ringing, stop ringing, stop ringing, stop ringing. Please don't call back. Please don't call back. Please don't call back. And he would. And I'd be like, stop ringing, stop ringing, please stop ringing. Turn my ringer off and the damn thing would vibrate. Please stop, please stop. So I would just turn it off for a while, right? And then I would pick up my phone and there would be like 40 calls, 40 text messages, right? Are you okay? Where you at? I'm I'm fine. Chilling. Been a crazy day. I'll get back with you in a little bit, right? And it's just how I did things. I just didn't make him a priority until he made me one. And I expressed to him that I was capable of doing it, that I wanted to do it, that was my what I would desire, right? But I didn't try to make it happen. I did in the beginning, but I didn't. I tried to make human things happen. Getting the house, those types of things. I tried to make all that happen in my way, not in spirit's way. Let's see it just and fight through it, girl. And then answer it if you can't stand it, right? But try to work on that little bit for me. Try to work on that. You better report back to me and tell me how you're doing because I'm curious. It's so hard of a concept and it's so hard to believe and it's so true. Y'all, I'm telling you, it's so true. You start to taper off the the, the priority on him, right? He'll notice. He will notice that shit. And you'll hear from me more often. Really, you'll hear from me more often. You see the glitter on my face from the Christmas tree? The big Christmas tree in the other room's got it's a like I've got glitter all over it. It's like a old Martha Stewart tree my aunt had given me, and it's just still got glitter everywhere. It's crazy. So I get it all over for a couple days. I see it sparkling sometimes. Right there by my nose. It's under my eye, there by my nose. See that little piece of glitter? I'm not moving so you guys can see it. Oh, under the eye. Anyway, am I the only one seeing that, or can you guys see it too? I'm curious because I probably looked silly. I don't care though. If he and I ever get married, he talks about it. I'm having y'all be the ones to do it. Oh, thank you. We love marrying people. It's so fun. Um, I love it. You know, the last one we did was a little fast, but Brooke and Danny's was fast. We should have slowed that up some. It was quick, 5 minutes maybe. It's fast. We need to add some words to that. We're gonna. Yeah, we love marrying people. We're both ordained. It's been over a year since we have talked. It was my birthday on Saturday, and I hoped he would text me, but he didn't. Oh, hang on, let me see this. I'm trying to just let go of all hopes of talking to him now. Um, how often do you talk? So you said it's been over a year. So, well, you're not talking. you know, expectation. Expectations big. We build it ourselves and we let ourselves down, right? Um, do you know when his birthday is? How about you just text him on your birthday or on his birthday? And just say, hey, happy birthday. Hope you're well. Maybe it's next month. I don't know. Could be. You do see the glitter, Sarah? Oh, along with my busted. Well, it was what it was fever blister, but it's better. Um, yeah, yeah. Just if nothing else, maybe he'll say, come back with, hey, I'm in a situationship or I'm married to somebody or whatever, and you can have some closure. Um, but don't put any pressure on that. Oh, there you go. It's coming up. There you go. Don't put any pressure on that. Don't have any expectations. Just simply text him and say, happy birthday. I hope you're well. That's it. That's it. But then what happens is I know others do too, but I tend to want to be like, oh, we've opened up communication now. Blah, 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 blah. If I had a typewriter, right? So then we just try to spill. We just try to spill everything from the past year. And that makes him want to turn around and run the other way. For sure. Listen, guys, listen, listen, listen. We are still running Root Camp special for 3 sessions with Lee and I together for $555. Lee and I together, 3 sessions, $555. We're only going to run that a couple more weeks. After the first of the year, Root Camp goes up as well. I did. I forget, but Root Camp is going up after the first of the year, and the special's going off. I think it's going off in 2 weeks. He said 2 weeks. I think he said 2 weeks. I know he didn't say a week, so I'm going to go with 2. And if he did say a week, I'm going to add 1. Um, um, so I think we're running that special with him and I together, 3 sessions, 555. Get in on that because we're not going to be doing that much longer, and those are fun. Those are fun. We're still doing the special as well with the root camp with um, me. It can be either one of us. So me in for 6 sessions, and that's me for 1, 2, and me and Lee for 3, and then me for 4, 5, or Lee for session 1, session 2, and then me and Lee together for session 3, and then Lee for 4, 5, or we can mix and match that any way you want. Honestly, I mean, I'll talk to Sherry this time. I'll talk to Lee that time. I'll talk to them both. We'll figure it out. I'm also doing medium readings, 11111. If you're interested in a reading, I'm kind of slide back a little bit for the holidays, but I'll book a few more for 11111. It usually runs around 45 minutes. We talk to spirit for the first 30, and then I do a double card reading. So in every medium session. So depends on how long spirit keeps me engaged, and then we'll do a reading. And then there's that. What else? So, oh, y'all, we are on episode 2 of our journey, right? So what we're doing is every third Saturday of the month. We missed last Saturday, so we had to make it up, but we did. So we're watching our journey with us stopping it a lot. I'm stopping it a lot. Stopping, pausing, going, what? I don't feel that way anymore, right? No, I don't look at it that way anymore. I'm running into that already. So interesting enough, if you're interested in doing that with us, we're still keeping people coming in. That's also, it's 111 a month. And you get to watch the video with us live. And then the next Sunday, we come on for an hour and we discuss the video, or we finish watching the video that we had to stop because maybe we talked too long. I don't know. And our VIP members they just got their first really cool gift. So I got them, I'm going to tell you, they all in a cute little pouch, got a little piece of selenite, some rose quartz that Lee and I both have and kept in our my meditation room. And then we've left them by our bed in a jar for probably 6 months, just absorbing all the energy, right? And then so it had the little piece of selenite, it had a little piece of rose quartz, it had some of the oil that I make, the oil, I call it twin flame oil, but I don't know about that anymore. But I'm thinking about it. I'll probably just keep it. And it had that, and it had a little sample bottle of Sandra and Allen's clearing spray, little tiny sample bottle of Sandra and Allen's clearing spray. That stuff smells so good, y'all. It had those things in it, and there was something else, and I can't remember what it was. What was it? Oh, it was a little Buddha. It was a little Buddha made out of amethyst. They all got one of those. Some people got turtles, I think. Turtles and Buddhas. Um, so cute little packages, little pouches I send out to once a month. All of our VIP members get a little gift, and it's super cool. It was super fun getting those together and sending them out. Super fun. And our VIP members also get to pick one of our random videos that's not in our journey to watch once a month with us and ask us questions about it while we're watching it. So that's kind of cool. So the VIP membership is if you pay for the entire 30 weeks, and it would be now 28 weeks. Go ahead and handle all that at once. And then you're a VIP member and you get all the cool stuff. And it's not, we like our monthly people too. So just do 111 monthly and join us too. It's all fun. Yeah, we have a good time. We're only on episode 2, so it's early enough to get in. It's early enough to get in. If you want to get in on watching those videos, you can go to our website, relationshipreinvented.com. Hi, Mara. And you can email relationshipreinvent at gmail.com. Relationshipreinvent@gmail.com. Just put watch party in the subject line because we are having a blast watching these videos and talking about them. So if you want to get in on that with us, get in with us. We're pretty flexible about times. We make sure that everybody can be there. Most everybody can be there. And if you can't be there live, you can certainly watch the recordings. So if you're interested in and just becoming a member, and we'll send you the recordings, that's fine too. And we answer your questions as well. So those are fun. That medium readings. So I am going to start yet another spiritual gift class. So we're really talking in my current class about our spiritual gifts, and we're talking about our catalyst. We're talking about our symbol, our we all have everything's going to be okay symbol. To some people it could be a rainbow, to some people it could be a butterfly, to some mine happens to be a heart. So if I'm feeling down or I'm feeling iffy about something, or something's really going on inside my soul, if I just look around, I find the heart, right? Just by looking around. Like there's one here on the just random red heart right there on the computer down by the chat room. Every time I look around, I just look for the heart in it. And that's my symbol for that everything's going to be okay. And that's my safe symbol. We talk about individually what gifts we feel we have, we think we have, and that we have. So, and we are going to get into developing those gifts, how to develop those gifts, those types of things. Spiritual gift class is amazing if you're interested. It's 5 weeks, again, for $555.55. It's 5 weeks. And right now I think I've got 6 in class and we're about finished. So we will I'm going to start another one. So if you're interested in that, okay. I was just over here reading the comments. So if you're interested in that, relationshipreinvent@gmail.com. The watch party's on the website, but I know my spiritual gift class is not. So you'll just have to put Sherry's class. Yeah, just put Sherry's class or whatever. Or just put Sherry in the subject line. I'll get it. So yeah, it's interesting. We also did a hi Mike. Mike's here and he's knocking my hand out of the way, so I'll pet him. He's gonna do it while I'm drinking. I did. Um, and I looked down on the floor, guys, and I've just been paying attention to you. Mike, Gemma, and Craig have made a mess. They've tore open a teddy bear, and they're now resting on what looks like little clouds of stuffing. Fun, fun. So yeah, I was doing a class, and we did a situationship class. Two of them; those were interesting. I'd be interested in doing one of those again. If you find yourself in a situation where you are not being chosen, or where you're not being communicated with, or you don't know what the hell's going on, or the one you're connected to is married to somebody else and living there, and living with the wife and giving you every excuse in the book that we hear, that we know, kids, finances, we've been married so long, save face, that people care about what other people think. um, I can help you get movement. um, if you're not ready, you're not ready. If you're not ready, it's not the class for you. um, the 5 ladies that I had in my first class, spirits showed me that 3 of them are still in their situationship. They just, they're okay and they're comfortable with it. They're comfortable with accepting crumbs, and I'm not comfortable with that. I'm not comfortable with people accepting crumbs. I don't accept crumbs from the one I'm connected to. I would hope that,
Ring,
oh no,
ring.
that that nobody else will. I don't want you to. You shouldn't want to. You should get somebody's full, honest, loving, caring self. Somebody's all. You deserve somebody's all. You deserve your twins all of it. The good, the bad, and the ugly. The waking up every morning, the having coffee or hot cocoa or tea or whatever it is you drink. I don't care. You deserve to wake up to your twin cooking eggs. You deserve to wake up to your twin making avocado toast. You deserve to wake up to your twin bringing you breakfast in bed. You deserve all of it. You deserve all of them. You deserve all of them. That's important. You deserve all of them. If you're not getting all of them, but there's a promise you will, how long are you going to wait? 10 years, 20 years, 27 years, 29 years, 30 years of your life waiting on somebody to wait somebody else to leave somebody else to be with you? Yeah, let's talk. If you're in that position, let's talk. So get with me for a free 30-minute and let's talk. Um, I can help you out of that. Um, I've been there. I've been there. It's not that I haven't been there. Let's not forget that Lee and I were both married to other people, right? Um, let's not forget that part, right? I know that I preach against it a lot. I do. Um, but there's a reason that I preach against it. There's a reason. There was too much. It was too much. And I don't want anybody else to have to go through that ever. It was too much, guys. Um, and it really, it stepped on my self-worth a lot. A lot, right? Um, like, why are you even with me if you're living with this other girl? I don't understand. I don't. Well, I'll leave tonight, or I'll tell her to leave tonight. Okay, all right. Whenever you're ready. Whenever you're ready. All right. And then I get a phone call. So I just told her she had to go, and I told her I was in love with a girl named Sherry, and I told her the truth. And I'm like, what? I'm sorry, what? Yeah. But you got to do you. You got to do you. My twin flame and I don't live together, but when we stay at each other's house, he always brings me ice water because he said I'm not hydrated. You know, I love that. He always hands me Gatorades, or I like chopped up ice, so he bought me an ice shaver, and I use it all the time. I got tired of chewing up the ice though for a while. I think I was addicted to it. Can you be addicted to chewing up ice? I think I was. I don't know. But anyway, you guys, thanks for being here. And thanks for joining me every week. I've got a mess to clean up over here. And don't forget, 3 sessions with Lee and I together, 550, 555. It's only going to go on for another 2 weeks. That root camp's still on special till the end of the year. And then medium readings, spiritual gift class, and free 30 minutes. So if you want to talk to me for 30 minutes, let's do it. I'm going to go clean up my mess. Thank you guys so much. Hi, Teresa. It was an iron deficiency, Teresa. Honestly, it was. I didn't think it was. They had tested my iron a couple times and it was fine, and then they did some more extensive testing and they it was finally showing up in my blood work, and I got on an iron supplement every other day with a vitamin C supplement, and it cleared that right up. So I'm not chewing on ice as much, but I'm diabetic, so I get thirsty a lot. It's crazy trying to balance all that. But I thank you guys for being here. I'm going to go clean up this mess. And I love you guys all. And email relationshipreinvent@gmail.com.